You are your lottery ticket. The power you seek, the fortune you dream of, and the success you desire, it's all within you, right now, waiting to be recognized. There is no external force, no stroke of luck, no random chance that holds the key to your wealth. It's you. You are the creator, the designer, the architect of your own reality. Everything you wish to experience in this world is drawn from the wellspring of your own imagination. But you must understand this: your world is an extension of your thoughts, your assumptions, and your beliefs. Every moment, you are creating the circumstances that will shape your future. If you see yourself as limited, as poor, as struggling, then that is the reality you will continue to attract. But if you see yourself as abundant, prosperous, and deserving of all the good that life has to offer, then the universe has no choice but to mirror that back to you. The true power lies in your assumption. To assume that you are already the person you wish to become is to enter into that state of being. In that state, all things are possible, all doors open, and all opportunities align with your vision. There is no time between what you assume and its manifestation. The moment you truly assume, it begins to unfold in your experience. The trick is to recognize that you are already that which you desire. You are the lottery ticket. You are the wealth, the success, the health, the love you seek. The idea of waiting for something outside of yourself to change, for someone else to give you permission to thrive, is a lie. You are the power. You are the force that shapes your own destiny. It all starts with your inner world. The outside world is a mere reflection of what you believe to be true. Change your beliefs, change your assumptions, and the external world must follow suit. The moment you claim your right to abundance and believe in your inherent worthiness, the universe begins to conspire to bring that into reality. There is no such thing as limitation unless you choose it. Your thoughts, your imagination, and your assumptions are the keys that unlock every possibility. This is not some abstract idea or wishful thinking. It is a law as certain as gravity. You are not at the mercy of external forces, luck, or chance. You are in control. The conditions of your life are shaped by the beliefs you hold, the assumptions you make, and the actions you take as a result of those beliefs. So stand in the knowing that you are your lottery ticket. There is no need to search for something outside of you. It is already within. Your true wealth, your true success, your true happiness is born from the very thoughts you entertain and the assumption you make about your life. Recognize it, claim it, own it. Let the world reflect back to you the greatness that you know is yours. You are the one who decides what comes into your experience. It is your assumption that sets the tone, and it is your belief that activates the power within you. You are the ticket, the prize, the treasure, the one destined for abundance. The moment you realize this, you will see it unfold before your eyes. The world around you is not as it seems. What you perceive through your eyes, what you hear with your ears, what you touch with your hands, these are not the true conditions of reality. These are but reflections of a deeper, more powerful truth. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your assumptions, and your internal states are the architects of the world you experience. Everything you see is an extension of your inner world. The people, the circumstances, the experiences, each one of them is created from the fertile ground of your imagination, your assumptions about what is true, and the images you carry of yourself and the world. When you fully comprehend this, you begin to realize that the limits you perceive, the boundaries you think, are set by forces outside of you, are not real. They are only there because you have accepted them. You have agreed to believe that you are a victim of circumstances, that you are powerless to shape your own life. But I tell you this, there is nothing in this world more powerful than the human imagination, nothing more potent than the inner world you hold within you. You are the creator of your reality. The moment you accept this, everything changes. Look at your life today. Everything that surrounds you, the good, the bad, the challenges, and the triumphs, are the direct result of what you have assumed to be true about yourself and your world. If you look at your bank account and see lack, if you look at your relationships and see struggle, if you look at your health and see imperfection, that is only because you have accepted those things to be true. And it doesn't matter what the outside world says or shows you, it is only a mirror of your internal beliefs. You are the maker of your life, and the power to change it is within you. You have everything you need right now. The conditions that you desire are not far off, waiting for some magical external event to happen. They are right here. They are already available to you. You have merely to believe it. You must embody the state of being that reflects the life you wish to experience. When you align your thoughts with your desires, when you assume the state of already having what you wish, you will begin to see it show up in your life. The key is assumption. And assumption is the act of believing something to be true before it manifests. It is not a hopeful desire, it is not a wish, it is a knowing. It is a certainty that what you have imagined is already so. The moment you assume a state, you step into it, you live in it, you breathe it, you speak it, you move as though it is already yours. And because the world cannot resist your inner state, it must reflect that assumption in every form, in every circumstance, in every person you encounter. Your life does not happen to you. You are not a passive observer. You are the active participant in the unfolding of your experience. The world responds to your assumptions about it. You may have been taught to believe that success is for others, that wealth is for a select few, that health is something you must struggle for. But all of these beliefs are false. They are limiting beliefs. They are the very chains that bind you to a life of struggle and lack. When you release these chains and begin to assume the life you wish to live, the world must bend to that assumption. The universe will respond. The infinite source of all things, the force that flows through all creation, is at your command when you align with it through your assumption. Think of your desires not as distant dreams, but as the very truth of who you are. When you assume the state of abundance, you become the embodiment of it. The law of attraction, the law of assumption, is not some mystical force that works occasionally for a lucky few. It is a law as reliable as the law of gravity. What you assume to be true is what you will see manifest in your life. There is no need to wait for some event to happen outside of you. The only moment you assume it, it begins to unfold. You are the lottery ticket, you are the prize. There is no other force, no other power greater than the one you hold within you. The moment you realize this, your life will shift. The doors will open, the opportunities will align, and the abundance you seek will come to you. It is not about waiting for the world to give you permission. It is about claiming your power, stepping into the identity of the person you wish to be, and knowing that the world must respond to your inner truth. The secret to this power is in the mind. Your mind is the creative force. Your thoughts, your imagination, and your assumptions are the building blocks of your reality. When you consciously choose what to think, when you decide to think thoughts that align with your desires, the world must shift. If you want to live in a state of wealth, you must think wealth. If you want to live in a state of health, you must think health. If you want love, you must assume that you are loved. It is not enough to think these things on occasion. You must embody the feeling of it, day in and day out. You must believe it with every part of your being, and when you do, the world has no choice but to reflect that assumption. Your imagination is your power. There is nothing outside of you that can give you what you seek. No one outside of you holds the key to your happiness, to your success, to your fulfillment. You must stop looking for validation or external sources of power. You are the power. Your thoughts and assumptions are what shape your world. When you begin to use them consciously, when you begin to assume that all the good things you desire are already yours, the world must conform to that assumption. Your beliefs are the framework of your world. If you believe that life is a struggle, it will be a struggle. If you believe that success is elusive, it will elude you. But if you believe that success is yours for the taking, that wealth is your birthright, that love and health are your natural states, that belief will guide your actions, your decisions, and your experiences. The more you believe in your own worth, the more the universe will reflect that worth to you. So your worthiness is not determined by what others think of you. It is determined by what you think of yourself. You must begin to see yourself as worthy, as deserving, as capable of everything you desire. The power of assumption is your secret weapon. The moment you assume a state, you step into that state, and the world must follow. You cannot wait for the outside world to change first. You must change within. You must change the way you see yourself. You must believe that the things you desire are already on their way, that they are already here, and you must live in that state of knowing. When you live in the assumption of already having what you desire, the world must reflect that back to you in ways that you could never have imagined. The great illusion is that you are separate from the good you seek. The truth is that you are one with it. The wealth, the health, the love, the success you seek are not separate from you. They are already a part of you. You must realize that you are not striving to obtain something outside of yourself. You are awakening to the truth of who you are. You are already the person you wish to be. You already possess the qualities you seek. You only need to recognize it, to embody it, to assume it, and the world will mirror that back to you in ways that will astonish you. The idea that you must work hard for success, that you must struggle for wealth, that you must wait for an opportunity to arise, these are all false beliefs. The truth is that everything you desire is already within your reach. It is not something you have to go out and chase. It is something you must recognize within yourself. You are the one who holds the key. You are the lottery ticket. The moment you realize this, the universe will open up for you in ways you have never imagined. The doors will swing wide, the opportunities will pour in, and the abundance you have longed for will be yours. You are the creator. You are the power. You are the one who has the ability to shape your destiny. All that is required of you is to recognize your own power, to embrace the truth of who you are, and to assume the life that you desire. The moment you do this, the world will shift, and you will see before you the life you have always dreamed of. There is nothing more profound, nothing more liberating than realizing that you are the key to your own destiny. For so long the world may have taught you that you are subject to external circumstances, that your future is determined by forces outside your control. You may have been led to believe that your worth is something to be earned, that success must come with struggle, that happiness must be found in external validation. But all of this is illusion. The only power that shapes your life is the power that resides within you. Your assumptions, your beliefs, your inner world. These are the forces that govern your reality. You have always had within you the ability to create your life as you desire it. It is not something that requires years of struggle or the approval of others. It does not require luck or random chance. It requires only that you recognize the power you have been gifted with and learn to consciously use it. You are the creator of your own reality, and once you grasp this truth, everything changes. You look at your life and see it for what it is, a direct reflection of what you have assumed to be true. Every event, every circumstance, every person you encounter is born from the assumptions you hold about yourself and the world around you. If you see yourself as a person who is deserving of wealth, deserving of love, deserving of success, then that is what you will experience. The world will mirror back to you the beliefs you hold within. But if you believe that you are not worthy of these things, that you are destined for mediocrity, then that too will become your reality. It is all within your power to change. You are the creator of the conditions you now face. You are the artist, and your life is the canvas. In every moment, you are creating something. Your thoughts are the brushstrokes, and your emotions are the colors you choose. If you want to see abundance in your life, you must first paint that abundance in your mind. You must see yourself as the person you wish to become. You must live in the assumption that you already have what you desire. Do not wait for the outside world to show you signs of your success. Do not look to your bank account, your job, or your circumstances as proof of what is to come. Instead, look to your inner world. If you believe that you are already abundant, already successful, already loved, then the external world must align with your internal belief. This is the law of assumption. It may be difficult at first to embrace this, especially if you have been conditioned to think that you must work hard, that you must struggle, that you must chase your dreams. But I assure you, the more you align with the truth that everything you seek is already within you, the more you will see the universe begin to rearrange itself in your favor. The moment you begin to live in the assumption that what you desire is already yours, the world will respond, opportunities will arise, the right people will come into your life, and your circumstances will shift. It is not the outside world that must change. It is you. You are the one who must assume the state of the person you wish to become. You must claim the life you desire and live in the assumption that it is already a part of your experience. It is easy to get caught up in the illusion of time, to believe that things take time to manifest. We have been taught that there is a process, that change requires effort, that our dreams will take years to materialize. But this is not the truth. Time is not the determining factor in your success. What matters is your belief. The moment you assume the state of already having what you desire, it begins to unfold in your life. The universe does not operate on a timeline. It operates on the law of assumption. When you assume a state, when you truly believe it, the conditions will unfold in the perfect way and at the perfect time. The key to living in the assumption of your desires is to remove all doubt, all disbelief. Doubt is the enemy of creation. It is the force that slows down the process of manifestation. Doubt is rooted in fear, and fear is the belief that what you desire is not already yours, that you are somehow lacking, that you are not worthy. But you must recognize that you are already everything you seek. There is nothing you need to become. You are already the person you wish to be. You are already the one who holds the lottery ticket, the one who has the power to create the life of your dreams. Your mind is a powerful tool, and it is always working to create your reality. It is not a passive organ that simply reacts to the world around you. Your mind is actively shaping your experience, whether you are conscious of it or not. Every thought, every belief, every assumption you hold creates a vibration that resonates with the world around you. If you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. Change your assumptions, and your life will change. If you desire to live a life of abundance, begin by assuming that abundance is already yours. Do not wait for the external world to give you proof. Do not wait for the circumstances to align. Assume that the money you seek is already on its way. Assume that your health is already perfect. Assume that your relationships are already filled with love and harmony. The moment you begin to live in the assumption that these things are already true, you will see them unfold before your eyes. This is the power of assumption. It is the power to create your reality by changing the way you think. You must also understand that your beliefs about the world are not set in stone. They are not fixed. You can change your beliefs at any moment. The moment you realize that your beliefs are shaping your reality, you gain the power to change them. If you believe that wealth is hard to come by, you can change that belief. If you believe that love is something you must struggle to find, you can change that belief. If you believe that health is something you have to fight for, you can change that belief. You have the power to change your beliefs, and in doing so, to change your reality. The world around you is a reflection of your beliefs. If you see the world as a place of scarcity, it will be a place of scarcity for you. If you see the world as a place of abundance, it will be a place of abundance for you. The world does not dictate your reality, you do. Your beliefs create your reality, and your beliefs are shaped by your assumptions. The moment you begin to assume that you are abundant, that you are worthy, that you are deserving, the world will reflect that assumption back to you. And remember, you are your lottery ticket. You are the key to your own success. There is nothing outside of you that holds the power to determine your fate. You are the one who creates the conditions you desire. You are the one who has the ability to shape your life. There is no need to wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect opportunity, or for the perfect circumstances. But the moment you assume that you are the person you wish to be, the moment you claim your worth and your power, the world will begin to align with that assumption. You must live as though your desires are already fulfilled. You must walk in the assumption that your dreams are already your reality. The moment you do this, everything begins to shift. The universe responds to your inner state. When you live in the assumption that you are worthy of abundance, the world must reflect that back to you. When you live in the assumption that your dreams are already on their way, the world must reflect that back to you. There is no magic outside of you. The magic is within you. It is your beliefs, your assumptions, your inner world that shapes the reality you experience. You are the creator, and you have always been the creator. It is time to step into your power. It is time to recognize that you are the one who holds the key to your own success. The world is waiting for you to claim your power, to claim your worth, and to claim the life that you desire. You are the lottery ticket. The moment you realize this, everything changes. The world will reflect your assumption, and you will see the life you desire unfold before your eyes. You are the force that moves through your own life. There is no outside power, no fate or destiny that dictates the course you must take. Everything you experience is the direct result of your inner world. What you think about, what you believe about yourself, and the assumptions you carry are the building blocks of your reality. This world is not separate from you. It is a mirror that reflects your beliefs and assumptions back to you. And so, the question is not whether the world will give you what you desire, but whether you are ready to recognize the truth that you are already the creator of your experience. Which is easy to become trapped in the illusion that something must happen in the physical world for you to succeed. We often look outside ourselves for the validation, the opportunities, or the signs that tell us we are on the right path. But the true path is inward. It is a path of self-awareness, of recognizing that everything you need, every opportunity, every moment of success you desire is already available to you. The universe is already aligned to give you what you assume to be true about your life. If you believe that you are destined for failure, then the universe will align itself to give you exactly that. But if you assume that you are destined for success, that you are worthy of abundance, and that you are deserving of every good thing, then your world will unfold to reflect that. You do not need to wait for someone else to approve of your dreams or to give you permission to succeed. You do not need to wait for an opportunity to knock on your door. The door is already open. You are already in the right place. You are already the person you wish to become. The only thing standing between you and your desires is your own belief in your power. The moment you assume that you are worthy of success, the moment you believe that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, you begin to step into that power. The world will respond. Opportunities will align. The people you need will appear. But it all begins with you. It all begins with your assumption. It is not about trying to become someone you are not. It is about stepping into the truth of who you already are. You are the embodiment of abundance. You are the embodiment of success. You are the embodiment of health, love, and prosperity. These qualities are not outside of you. They are not something you need to chase. They are already within you. The key is to assume the feeling of already having them. Assume that you are already abundant. Assume that you are already loved. Assume that you are already successful. The moment you live in that assumption, the universe must respond to it. It cannot resist the power of your assumption. This is the secret to manifesting your desires. It is not about doing. It is not about striving. It is about being. It is about embodying the state of already having what you desire. When you assume the feeling of having what you want, you begin to send out a vibration that the universe responds to. That vibration, that energy, is what creates your reality. You are not waiting for the world to change. The world is waiting for you to change. The moment you shift your internal state, everything around you begins to shift as well. You must not allow doubt to take root. Doubt is the opposite of assumption. When you doubt your worth, when you doubt your power, when you doubt that you can have what you desire, you block the flow of abundance. But when you assume that everything you need is already yours, when you assume that success is already a part of your life, you remove the resistance that holds you back. It is not enough to want something. You must assume that you already have it. You must live as though it is already true. This is the power of the imagination. Your imagination is the tool that allows you to step into the life you desire. You can close your eyes and imagine yourself living the life you wish to live. See yourself wealthy. See yourself healthy. See yourself surrounded by love. The more vividly you imagine these things, the more real they become. Your imagination is not separate from your reality. It is the creative force that shapes your reality. The more you imagine your desires as already fulfilled, the more you step into the vibration of having them. And once you are in that vibration, the world must reflect that back to you. There is no need to struggle. There is no need to work harder than you are already working. The key is not in doing more, the key is in being more. Be the person who already has what you want. Live as though your desires are already true. The moment you step into that state of being, the world will begin to mirror it. The opportunities, the abundance, the success will begin to flow to you effortlessly. You must also recognize that there are no limitations except the ones you place on yourself. You are not limited by your past. You are not limited by your circumstances. You are not limited by the opinions of others. You are only limited by the beliefs you hold about yourself. If you believe that you are not worthy of success, then that is what you will experience. But if you believe that you are deserving of everything you desire, the world will reflect that back to you. The world has no power over you except the power you give it. You are the one who decides what you experience. When you realize that you are the creator of your reality, that you are the one who holds the power to shape your life, everything changes. The world no longer feels like something that is happening to you. It becomes something you are actively participating in. You are no longer waiting for something outside of you to change. You are the one making the change. You are the one directing the flow of your life. This is the power you hold, the power to create the life you desire, the power to step into your dreams, your success, your abundance, the power to live as though everything you desire is already yours. The moment you live in that assumption, the moment you recognize your own power, the world must align with you. Opportunities will appear, success will come to you, the universe will rearrange itself to give you what you desire. You are your lottery ticket. There is no magic outside of you. The magic is within you. The power is within you. The moment you recognize this, you unlock the life of your dreams. The moment you assume the person you wish to be, the moment you step into the belief that you are already living the life you desire, you begin to see it unfold before your eyes. You are the creator. You are the one who holds the key. The world is waiting for you to recognize your power. The world is waiting for you to step into the life you were always meant to live. You are the architect of your own reality, the master of your fate. The power you seek, the success you desire, and the life you dream of are not out of reach. They are already within you. Every thought, every belief, every assumption you hold shapes the world you experience. The moment you step into the knowing that you are deserving of all the abundance, love, and success the world has to offer, you will see your reality begin to shift. You do not need to chase your dreams. You need only to assume the state of already having them. Live in the certainty that your desires are already fulfilled and the universe will respond in kind. The world is not something that happens to you. It is a reflection of your inner state. The moment you realize the power within you and claim it, you will see that you are, in fact, your own lottery ticket. You are worthy. You are capable. You are deserving. Your success is inevitable because it is already woven into the fabric of who you are. So step into that power. Step into the fullness of your own being. Assume that the life you desire is already yours, and watch as the world rearranges itself to match that assumption. The life of your dreams is not a distant hope. It is your present reality waiting for you to claim it. The anointing of God is not always a gentle touch. It is a force, a calling that sets you apart. When you are dangerously anointed, the world shifts around you, for you no longer belong to the patterns of ordinary men. You begin to walk a path unseen, guided by the unseen hand of divine power, and those around you either marvel or fear the presence you carry. The first sign is isolation. When the hand of God is upon you, separation becomes inevitable. Friends drift away, relationships grow distant, and even family may not understand you. This is not a punishment, but a divine rearrangement. The anointing demands solitude, for in silence, revelation comes. The noise of the world is stripped away, leaving only you and God. In that space, He molds you, breaks you, and reshapes you into the vessel He needs. There is a restlessness in your spirit, an inability to conform to the expectations of the world. The places that once satisfied you no longer do. The conversations that once entertained you now feel empty. The desires that once ruled you fade away, for your soul is being prepared for something greater. You are being drawn to things unseen, called to a reality higher than the one around you. The ordinary no longer satisfies, because you were never meant to live an ordinary life. The anointing brings opposition. The moment you step into your divine calling, resistance arises. People question you, misunderstand you, and some will even turn against you. But opposition is the confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. When you carry divine power, the darkness takes notice. Do not be discouraged, for every great destiny attracts great warfare. The trials you face are not to break you, but to reveal who you truly are. Your words begin to carry weight. You may not fully understand it, but when you speak, things shift. People listen differently. Some are drawn to you, while others feel discomfort in your presence. It is not you they react to, but the anointing upon you. You will notice that even in casual conversations, your words have power. They cut through illusions, shake the comfortable, and stir something deep in others. This is the mark of divine authority. Strange favor follows you. Doors open where there were once walls. Opportunities come unexpectedly. People feel compelled to help you without knowing why. This is because when you are anointed, you do not move alone. Heaven backs you. But with this favor comes responsibility. You cannot abuse it, for what is given can also be taken. The anointing is not for personal gain, but for divine purpose. There is an unshakable inner knowing, an awareness that you were born for more. Even if you try to ignore it, it calls to you in the stillness. It whispers to you in moments of doubt. No matter how far you run, you cannot escape it. The anointing has marked you, and it will not let you settle. The world may try to distract you, but deep inside you know. Your life is not your own. You are sent here for something greater. You experience divine encounters, moments where the veil between heaven and earth feels thin. Dreams, visions, unexplainable coincidences, all become frequent. These are not accidents, they are messages, confirmations, reminders that you are walking a path ordained by God. Pay attention. Do not dismiss them as mere imagination, for the spiritual realm speaks to those who are awake enough to listen. Finally, there is a price to pay. The anointing is costly. It demands sacrifice. Comfort must be surrendered. The approval of men must be released. There will be days of doubt, nights of wrestling, moments of deep loneliness. But understand this. Those who are dangerously anointed do not live for themselves. They are carriers of something far greater than their own desires. They are chosen, not for ease, but for impact. The anointing on your life is not ordinary, it is dangerous because it disrupts, transforms, and awakens. You will never be able to blend in, for the light within you will always shine. Embrace it, walk boldly, do not fear the cost, for what you carry is greater than anything you could ever lose. The anointing is a fire that cannot be quenched. It burns within you, reshaping everything in its path. You may try to resist it, to walk away from its call, but once God has placed His mark upon you, there is no turning back. The world may try to pull you in different directions, offering distractions, temptations, and even comfort. But you will never truly belong to it. There is something different about you, something set apart, something that makes you a misfit in spaces where others feel at home. This is the price of being chosen. You will feel an urgency that others do not understand, a divine stirring in your soul that makes you restless. You see the world differently. You perceive things before they happen. You sense shifts in the spiritual realm before they manifest in the physical. When you speak with conviction because the words are not yours. They are given to you. And when you move, things align, not by your own power, but by the invisible hand of God, orchestrating every step. People will notice, even if they cannot explain it. Some will be drawn to you without understanding why. They will feel comfort in your presence, a sense of peace that goes beyond words. Others will be unsettled, even hostile, because the light within you exposes the darkness in them. It is not personal. It is the nature of the anointing. You do not have to announce it. It announces itself. When you enter a room, things shift. The atmosphere changes. What was hidden is brought to the surface. Do not be surprised when you find yourself misunderstood. The anointed do not fit into categories. They are too spiritual for the natural world and too radical for the religious. You will be labeled, criticized, and sometimes even rejected by those who once walked with you. But you must not allow this to shake you. Jesus Himself was not accepted in His own hometown. The anointing sets you apart, and that separation is necessary. The warfare is real. The moment you step into your calling, resistance intensifies. Attacks come from unexpected places. People you trusted may turn against you. The enemy does not fight those who are going nowhere. If you are facing opposition, it is because you are a threat. But the battle is not yours to fight alone. The power within you is greater than the forces that rise against you. No weapon formed against you will prosper. There will be moments of deep loneliness, not because God has abandoned you, but because He is drawing you closer. There are lessons that can only be learned in isolation. There are revelations that can only be received in the quiet. The anointing requires seasons of separation, not as punishment, but as preparation. When God pulls you away, it is because He is about to release something greater through you. You will begin to experience divine provision. Doors will open that you did not knock on. Resources will come when you least expect them. What others strive for, you will receive effortlessly, not because you are lucky, but because you are walking in alignment with divine purpose. But this favor is not for you alone. It is a tool for the assignment placed on your life. You will notice an increase in wisdom beyond your years. Insights will come to you suddenly. Answers will rise in your spirit before the question is even asked. This is because the anointing grants access to knowledge that is not learned but revealed. You will know things without knowing how you know them, and when you speak, it will pierce the hearts of those who hear you. You may try to blend in, but you cannot. Even in moments of doubt, even when you feel unqualified, even when you want to walk away, the anointing will not let you. It will call you back. It will stir within you until you surrender. You will see signs everywhere, reminders that you were chosen for something more. No matter how much you try to silence it, the voice of purpose will whisper to you in the stillness. There will be seasons of breaking, not to destroy you, but to refine you. Every great anointing comes with a process. Before God releases you fully, He must break every limitation within you. He will strip away pride, fear, and everything that does not align with His purpose. It will feel like loss, but it is actually transformation. The things you once depended on will be removed so that you learn to depend on Him alone. People will question your journey. They will not understand why you take the risks you do, why you walk away from certain opportunities, why you make decisions that seem illogical. But you do not operate by the world's logic. You are led by something greater. What looks like a setback to others is actually a setup for something divine. What seems like loss is actually gain in disguise. The enemy will try to convince you that you are not qualified, that you are not ready, that you are not enough. But whom God calls, He equips. The anointing is not about perfection. It is about surrender. If you are waiting to feel ready, you will never move. The power does not come from you. It flows through you. It is not your strength that matters, but your obedience. You will experience supernatural protection. Situations that should have destroyed you will pass over you. You will walk through storms that others do not survive. You will face battles that should have left you broken, yet you will come out untouched. This is not because of your own ability, but because you are covered. Angels are assigned to you. The enemy may try, but he cannot touch what is divinely protected. Your life will be a testimony. The things that happen to you will not make sense to those around you. They will see doors open, prayers answered, and miracles unfold. They will see you rise from places where others fell. They will wonder how you keep going, how you keep standing, how you keep believing even when everything around you says otherwise. And the answer will always be the same. God's hand is upon you. You are not just anointed, you are dangerously anointed. You carry something that disrupts, transforms, and awakens. You will never live a normal life because you were not created for mediocrity. The calling on your life is too great, the purpose too vast, the power too strong. You must walk boldly, without fear, without hesitation. The anointing is costly, but what you gain is far greater than anything you could ever lose. There will be moments when the weight of your calling feels unbearable. You will ask, why me? You will wonder if you are strong enough to carry what has been placed upon you. But understand this, God does not anoint the unprepared. The trials, the crushing, the isolation, they are not punishments. They are the making of you. Every tear, every sleepless night, every battle you have fought in silence is shaping you for what is coming. There is no anointing without suffering, no power without process. What you have endured is not in vain. It is proof that you have been set apart. You may look at others and wonder why their journey seems easier, why they do not face the same resistance, why doors open for them without a fight. But you are not like them. You are called to something higher, something greater, and the price is different. You will not be able to do what everyone else does. You will not be able to settle where others settled. The fire within you will not let you remain comfortable. It will push you beyond your limits, stretching you, refining you, until you become who you were always meant to be. People will come into your life and people will leave. Some will celebrate you and some will despise you. Some will recognize the calling on your life and others will try to diminish it. This is the nature of being chosen. You will not always be surrounded by those who understand you. The anointing makes you stand out, and not everyone will be comfortable with that. Do not waste time trying to explain yourself to those who refuse to see. What is placed within you is not for their approval, it is for the glory of God. Your words will carry weight. When you speak, things will shift. Your prayers will not be ordinary, they will move mountains. You will declare things and they will come to pass. This is not because of your own power, but because you are a vessel through which divine power flows. You must be careful with your words, for what you release will manifest. The anointing comes with authority, and with authority comes responsibility. Speak life, speak truth. Speak with the confidence of one who knows that heaven backs every word you utter. You will be misunderstood even by those closest to you. Your obedience will be questioned. People will say you have changed, that you are too intense, too focused, too different. But the truth is, you are not who you used to be. The anointing has transformed you. It has pulled you out of the ordinary and placed you on a different path. The things that once entertained you will no longer satisfy you. The places you once found comfort will no longer feel like home. This is not loss, this is elevation. You are being taken higher, and not everyone can come with you. There will be moments of divine encounters, dreams, visions, signs that cannot be ignored. God will speak to you in ways that defy logic. You will wake up with a knowing in your spirit, a conviction that is unshakable. You will walk into rooms and feel the shift in the atmosphere before anything is said. You will sense when something is off, when someone is not who they claim to be, when an opportunity is not what it appears. This is discernment, a gift given to those who are anointed. Trust it. Do not dismiss what your spirit is telling you. Your journey will not be one of ease, but it will be one of purpose. Every obstacle you face is a stepping stone, every delay a setup for something greater. The enemy will try to discourage you, to make you believe that you are forgotten, that your labor is in vain. But God sees every sacrifice. He hears every silent prayer. He knows every battle you have fought behind closed doors. And in due time, you will reap what you have sown. The anointing on your life will not be wasted. You will experience seasons where everything accelerates, doors flinging open, opportunities arising, favor resting upon you in ways that make no sense. And then there will be seasons of stillness, where it seems as if nothing is happening, as if the heavens are silent. Do not be deceived by the quiet. It is in these moments that the greatest work is being done. The roots grow deep in stillness. The foundation is strengthened when no one is watching. Do not mistake delay for denial. What is coming is greater than anything you have imagined. People will look at you and wonder how you are still standing. They will see the storms you have walked through, the betrayals you have endured, the losses you have faced, and they will not understand how you continue to rise. But they do not see what sustains you. They do not see the unseen hand that holds you up, the grace that carries you through. You are not standing by your own strength. You are upheld by something far greater. This is why no attack can break you, no setback can destroy you. You are not just anointed, you are divinely protected. There will be moments when doubt tries to creep in, when you question whether you are truly chosen, when the weight of the journey feels too much to bear. But even in those moments, the anointing will remind you. It will stir within you, refusing to let you settle. You will try to walk away, but something will pull you back. You will try to ignore the calling, but it will keep knocking at the door of your spirit. But this is how you know you are dangerously anointed, because even when you feel weak, the fire does not go out. You were not created to blend in. You were not called to live an average life. There is nothing ordinary about you. The power that rests upon you is the same power that spoke the universe into existence, the same power that raised the dead, the same power that breaks chains and sets captives free. It is within you, and because of this you cannot be stopped. No force in hell can stand against what God has placed inside of you. No, you will walk through doors you never knocked on. You will sit in rooms you never imagined. You will speak to people you never thought you would reach. And when it happens, you will know it was never by your own ability, but by the anointing. The same anointing that set you apart, that refined you in the fire, that carried you through battles, is the same anointing that will elevate you, not for your glory, but for His. The enemy will try to silence you. He will use distractions, discouragement, even people close to you. He will plant doubt in your mind, whisper lies that make you question your worth, your purpose, your calling. But you must remember, he would not fight so hard if you were not a threat. The attacks are proof of the power within you. The resistance is confirmation that you are walking in divine purpose. You are not just anointed, you are dangerously anointed. And that means you carry something that hell fears. The world may not understand you, but heaven backs you. The road may not always be easy, but the victory is already assured. Walk in it. Own it. Do not shrink back. Do not let fear hold you captive. Do not let the opinions of others make you doubt what God has placed inside of you. There is a reason you feel different, a reason you cannot settle, a reason you cannot walk away from this calling no matter how hard you try. You are chosen, set apart, marked for something greater. You are anointed. And that anointing will take you places you never imagined, open doors you never thought possible, and transform lives beyond what you can see. Keep walking, keep believing, keep pressing forward. The best is yet to come. You will find yourself standing in places you never thought you'd be, speaking words that seem too powerful for your own mouth to carry. There will be moments when you wonder if you are truly the one for this task, but the anointing upon you will not allow you to retreat. It is not based on your own strength, your own wisdom, or your own understanding. It is divine, unstoppable, and beyond human comprehension. You are being moved, shaped, and prepared for something far greater than you could ever conceive. The anointing on your life will cause people to look at you with confusion. Some will admire you, while others will be offended by the power you carry. Do not expect to be understood. Do not wait for validation. The moment God's hand is upon you, you become a mystery. You will see things before others do, sense danger before it appears, and receive revelation that no one around you comprehends. This is not arrogance. This is the result of divine favor. It will be lonely at times, for not everyone can walk this path with you, but you are never truly alone. Every moment of isolation is an invitation into deeper communion with the one who anointed you. Now, you will be tested, not to break you, but to refine you. Every storm you endure is not an accident, but a tool in the hands of the Almighty. Gold is purified in fire, and so are those who are anointed. You will feel the heat, you will feel the pressure, and there will be times when it seems like you will not make it through. But you will. The process is necessary because the anointing on your life is not light, it is heavy, weighty, and dangerous to anything that opposes the will of God. If you have been crushed, if you have been through seasons of pain that made no sense, know this: God was pressing the oil out of you. Anointing comes through pressing, and those who carry it must be willing to be broken in order to release what is within them. There will be those who try to limit you, who try to tell you that you are not ready, that you should wait, that you should lower your expectations. Ignore them. They do not see what has been placed inside you. They do not hear what you hear. They do not carry what you carry. The anointing will cause you to move at a pace that others cannot match. You will see progress where others see failure. You will rise when others expect you to fall. This is the nature of divine acceleration. You will not have to force doors open. They will open by themselves. You will not have to chase opportunities. They will find you. What takes others years to accomplish, you will do in moments. But with this blessing comes responsibility. The anointing is not for personal gain. It is not for self-glory. It is for the fulfillment of divine purpose. You will see people fall away from your life, and you must not grieve those who cannot stay. Some were only meant to walk with you for a season. Do not hold on to relationships that God Himself is removing. Some will leave because they cannot handle the transformation happening in you. Some will distance themselves because the light in you exposes their darkness. Others will betray you, and you must not retaliate. Those who oppose you do not realize that they are only pushing you further into destiny. The rejection, the betrayal, the misunderstandings, they are all working together for your good. If they pushed you into prayer, if they caused you to seek God more, if they forced you to rely on His strength instead of human support, then they served their purpose. Let them go. You will begin to experience the unexplainable. Situations will align in ways that defy human logic. Doors will open before you even knock. People will offer help without you asking. Things that seemed impossible will happen effortlessly. This is not coincidence. This is the favor that follows the anointed. But you must be careful. Favor attracts both support and opposition. The same anointing that draws people to you will also make others resent you. Some will celebrate you. Others will question why you are the one being elevated. Stay focused. Do not allow distractions to pull you off course. When you are anointed, you cannot afford to entertain every argument, respond to every critic, or explain yourself to those who do not understand. Your assignment is too great. Your destiny is too important. Your dreams will no longer be ordinary. When you sleep, you will receive divine instruction. You will wake up with answers to problems you never spoke about. You will see visions that make no sense to anyone but you. Pay attention. Do not dismiss what is being revealed to you. Write down what you see, for there will come a time when it will all make sense. The anointing sharpens your discernment, and you must trust what your spirit perceives. Do not second guess yourself. Do not seek the approval of others before moving forward. When God speaks, move. There will be moments when you feel like you are not enough, when you question whether you are truly qualified for this calling. Remember this: God does not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. You are not anointed because you are perfect. You are anointed because you are chosen. You are anointed because there is an assignment on your life that only you can fulfill. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. The anointing on your life is unique, and your process will not look like anyone else's. The enemy will try to convince you that you are alone, that no one sees your struggles, that no one understands the battles you fight in secret. But heaven sees every tear, every silent prayer, every sacrifice. It is all accounted for. Nothing you have endured will be wasted. The things that were meant to break you will become the very things that make you unstoppable. The rejection, the pain, the isolation, they were all necessary. You are being positioned for something greater, something beyond what you can currently comprehend. You will feel the urgency in your spirit, the unshakable sense that you were made for more. Do not ignore it. The anointing on your life is not for someday, it is for now. You have been prepared for this moment, and nothing can stop what has already been set in motion. No opposition can block what God has ordained. No attack can cancel what has been spoken over you. Walk boldly, speak with authority, move in faith. You carry something dangerous, something that shakes the foundations of darkness, something that breaks generational curses, something that shifts atmospheres. You are not ordinary. You are not common. You are anointed. When fear tries to creep in, remind yourself who you are. When doubt whispers that you are not enough, silence it with the truth. You have been marked by God, and nothing can erase what has been placed upon you. The road ahead will not always be easy, but the victory is already assured. Keep moving forward, keep trusting, keep believing. The anointing will make a way where there is no way. The anointing will open doors no man can. The anointing will take you further than your own strength ever could. You are chosen, you are set apart, you are dangerously anointed. Walk in it. You will notice the shift in the atmosphere when you enter a room. Conversations will change, the energy will adjust, and people will either be drawn to you or repelled by you. This is the weight of divine presence upon your life. The anointing is not something you can hide. It radiates from you, even in your silence. It is not about your words, your actions, or even your intentions. It is about the Spirit moving through you. People will sense something different about you before you even speak. Some will seek to be near you because they recognize that you carry something powerful, while others will distance themselves because your presence convicts them. This is the cost of carrying something sacred. There will be moments when you wonder why you no longer fit in with the crowd, why certain friendships no longer feel the same, why the places that once felt comfortable now feel foreign. It is because the anointing separates. It does not allow you to stay where you no longer belong. What once entertained you will no longer interest you. What once satisfied you will leave you empty. This is not a loss, this is preparation. You are being pulled out of the ordinary and placed into the extraordinary. You are being called higher, and not everyone can go where you are going. Let go of the need to be understood. Let go of the desire to be accepted. When you are anointed, You must be willing to walk alone. Your prayers will shift. What once felt like routine will become divine encounters. You will begin to pray not just with your words, but with your spirit. You will feel an urgency within you to intercede, to declare, to speak life into situations that seem hopeless. You will see your prayers manifest faster, not because of your power, but because of the authority you now carry. Heaven responds to the anointed. When you pray, doors open. When you speak, atmospheres shift. When you declare, things begin to move. This is not because of who you are, but because of who is within you. Do not take this lightly. Do not allow yourself to grow complacent. The moment you realize the power that has been placed in you, you must walk in it with confidence. You will experience resistance, but do not be discouraged. The enemy does not attack the weak, he attacks the powerful. If you feel like everything around you is coming against you, if you feel like the warfare is intense, if you feel like the pressure is unbearable, it is because the enemy sees what you carry. He knows that if you ever fully step into your anointing, nothing will be able to stop you. He is afraid of you, and he should be. The forces that once tried to keep you bound will tremble when they see you rise. The very things that once held you back will have no power over you anymore. Every lie spoken against you will fall to the ground. Every attempt to derail you will fail. What was meant to destroy you will become the very thing that strengthens you. Do not fear the attacks. Do not be shaken by the opposition. The anointing does not come without a cost. It does not rest upon the comfortable. It is forged in the fire of affliction, in the weight of suffering, in the depth of surrender. You will not be anointed without going through something that forces you to rely on God completely. There will be seasons of brokenness, not to weaken you, but to make you unshakable. There will be seasons of loss, not to punish you, but to detach you from everything that is not aligned with your calling. The anointing requires separation, consecration, and full dependence on God. Your perception will change. You will no longer see the world as others do. What they see as coincidence, you will recognize as divine orchestration. What they call luck, you will know as favor. Where they see impossibility, you will see God's power at work. Your thoughts will no longer be limited by logic or fear. You will understand that what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Your faith will rise to a level where doubt cannot exist. You will no longer beg for blessings. You will walk as if they are already yours. You will no longer ask for doors to open. You will declare them open. This is the power of a dangerously anointed person. You do not move by sight. You move by revelation. There will be moments when you feel an overwhelming sense of destiny. You will wake up with purpose burning in your heart, even when you try to ignore it, even when you try to run from it. It will pursue you. You were not chosen randomly. Before you took your first breath, this assignment was placed upon your life. The anointing is not something you earned. It is something you were given. You were set apart long before you even realized it. Every experience, every trial, every victory, every loss, it has all been shaping you for this moment. Nothing has been wasted. Even the things that seemed unfair, the struggles that made no sense, the pain that felt unbearable, it was all preparation. The closer you get to stepping fully into your calling, the more intense the battles will become. Do not mistake resistance for failure. If you are facing opposition, it is a sign that you are moving in the right direction. If doors are closing, it is because the right ones are about to open. If people are turning against you, it is because their season in your life is over. If everything around you feels uncertain, it is because God is shifting you into something greater. Trust the process, trust the anointing on your life. Do not rush what God is doing. The oil that rests upon you is not cheap, it is costly. It has been refined in the fire, pressed through the crushing, and poured out for a purpose. You will notice that your words carry weight. What you say will begin to happen. Be careful with your tongue. The anointing gives you the power to create, to build, to shape reality with your declarations. Speak life, speak abundance, speak healing, speak victory. Do not use your words carelessly. The enemy will try to distract you, to tempt you into speaking negativity, into agreeing with lies. Guard your mouth, guard your mind, guard your spirit. You have been entrusted with something powerful. Do not misuse it. When people ask why you are different, why you see things before they happen, why you move with such confidence, why you are not afraid, tell them it is not you, it is the anointing. When they question how you keep rising despite the challenges, how you keep walking through doors that should have been locked, how you keep overcoming what was meant to destroy you, tell them it is not by your strength, it is the anointing. When they wonder why you are not afraid of the future, why you do not doubt, why you refuse to settle, tell them it is because you know who you are. You are not ordinary. You are not like everyone else. You are dangerously anointed. Everything you have been through has been leading you to this moment. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment, it was all part of the divine plan. Nothing was wasted, nothing was accidental. The enemy tried to stop you, but he failed. The people who doubted you will watch you rise. The ones who counted you out will see that you were never out. You were just being prepared. The oil that is upon your life will make room for you. The anointing will take you places that human effort never could. You do not need to chase opportunities, they will find you. You do not need to prove yourself, the anointing will speak for you. This is your moment, this is your time. Step into it fully. Walk with confidence, move with boldness. Do not shrink back, do not apologize for being chosen. Do not hide what God has placed inside of you. The world needs what you carry. It is time to embrace who you truly are. You are not weak, you are not forgotten, you are not overlooked. You are anointed, and nothing can stop what God has set in motion. Keep walking, keep believing, keep declaring, and watch as everything that was promised begins to manifest before your very eyes. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere shifts. Some people will feel drawn to you, as if they recognize something within you that they cannot explain. Others will feel uneasy, uncomfortable in your presence without understanding why. The anointing you carry is not invisible. It is felt, perceived, and even resisted by those who do not understand it. You do not have to announce that you are chosen. The evidence is in the way things move when you enter. The conversations change. The energy in the room adjusts. The anointing carries weight, and whether you like it or not, people will respond to it. You may begin to notice that you can no longer tolerate what you once allowed. The things that used to amuse you now feel empty. The places you once felt comfortable in now make you uneasy. This is not by accident. The anointing sets you apart. It will not allow you to remain where you no longer belong. This separation is necessary. You may lose friends. You may find yourself in isolation. You may even question why certain people have turned against you when you have done nothing to them. Do not be surprised when people begin to distance themselves from you. The anointing forces separation. Those who cannot handle what you carry will remove themselves, and those who are meant to walk with you will be drawn closer. Your spirit will begin to crave more. Ordinary conversations will not satisfy you. Surface-level relationships will no longer be enough. You will hunger for depth, for revelation, for understanding. You will find yourself drawn to wisdom, seeking out truth, and desiring things that others do not. Do not be discouraged when people do not understand you. The anointing does not come with the need for external validation. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to convince anyone of what has been placed inside you. Walk in confidence, knowing that you are being led by something greater than human approval. You will feel an undeniable pull towards something greater, even when you try to ignore it, even when you attempt to blend in. Something within you will not allow you to settle. This is the calling on your life, demanding that you step into it fully. You were not created for mediocrity. You were not designed to live a small, insignificant life. There is a purpose over you that cannot be ignored. The anointing comes with a mission. You may not fully understand it yet, but you will feel it, You will sense it. You will know deep within your spirit that you are meant for more. The enemy recognizes the anointing before you do. This is why your battles have been so intense. This is why you have faced opposition at every turn. The attacks on your life are not random. The resistance you face is not by accident. The enemy does not waste time fighting those who are powerless. He comes after those who are a threat. If you have felt like everything around you has been trying to break you, understand that this is because of what you carry. The anointing makes you a target. But do not fear. Every attack, every trial, every moment of pain is only preparing you. The more pressure applied, the greater the oil that is released. What was meant to destroy you is only refining you. Your prayers will shift. You will no longer pray from a place of desperation, but from a place of authority. You will no longer beg for things, you will declare them. You will no longer ask for permission, you will walk as if it is already done. This is the power of the anointing. Your words will carry weight. When you speak, things will shift. When you declare, things will move. Be mindful of what you say. Be intentional with your words. The anointing does not operate in doubt. It requires unwavering faith, complete confidence, and the ability to see beyond the natural into the supernatural. Doors will open that no man can shut. Opportunities will present themselves that you did not seek. Favor will find you. This is not because of who you are, but because of what you carry. The anointing makes room for itself. You do not have to force things to happen. You do not have to strive. What is meant for you will find you. The anointing attracts provision, resources, and connections. It will bring the right people into your life. It will remove those who are not meant to be there. Trust the process. Trust the movement. Do not cling to what God is trying to remove. Do not hold on to relationships, positions, or situations that no longer align with your purpose. If something is being taken away, it is because something greater is on the way. You will experience moments of great testing. Do not resist the process. The anointing is refined in fire. You cannot carry something this powerful without being tested. There will be seasons where you feel as though everything is being stripped away. You may feel like you are walking through darkness, unsure of what comes next. But this is the preparation. The anointing is not given lightly. It is costly. It requires sacrifice. It requires surrender. Those who are anointed must be willing to be set apart, to be molded, to be transformed. Do not fight the breaking. It is necessary for your elevation. Your discernment will sharpen. You will begin to see things before they happen. You will sense when something is not right. You will feel an uneasiness in your spirit before danger arrives. This is not paranoia. This is divine insight. The anointing allows you to perceive what others cannot. You will no longer make decisions based on what is seen, but on what is revealed. Trust what you feel in your spirit. Trust the warnings you receive. When something does not sit right with you, listen. The anointing protects, it guides, it warns. Pay attention to the nudges, the whispers, the subtle signals. They are not coincidences, they are divine direction. People will misunderstand you. Some will question why you move the way you do, why you believe the way you do, why you refuse to compromise. They will not see what you see. They will not feel what you feel. They will not understand why you cannot conform to what is acceptable. But you are not created to fit in. You were designed to stand out. The anointing does not blend. It is unmistakable. It sets you apart. Do not waste your energy trying to make people understand what they are not meant to grasp. Walk boldly in what you have been given. Everything you have been through has been leading you to this moment. The pain, the rejection, the losses. They were not setbacks, they were setups. They were necessary. They were preparing you. Nothing was wasted. Every experience, every challenge, every delay was working for your good. The anointing is not given to those who have had an easy path. It is reserved for those who have endured, for those who have been tested, for those who have been through the fire and emerged stronger. Do not shrink back. Do not downplay what is inside of you. Do not allow fear, doubt, or insecurity to keep you from stepping into your purpose. You have been chosen for something greater. You have been set apart for a reason. The anointing upon your life is not accidental. It is intentional. Walk in it, own it, embrace it fully. The world is waiting for you to step into who you were created to be. Everything you need is already inside of you. Now is the time. Move forward with confidence. You are not just anointed, you are dangerously anointed. Nothing and no one can stop what has been set in motion. Keep walking, keep believing, keep declaring. Everything that has been promised is already on its way to you. The weight of the anointing is not something you can run from. It follows you, pressing upon your soul like an unseen force, guiding your steps even when you do not understand where you are going. You may have tried to ignore it, to quiet the call that echoes in the depths of your being, but it will not be silenced. The anointing does not allow you to remain in places that no longer serve your purpose. It will cause you to feel restless in situations that others find comfortable. It will disrupt your sense of normalcy and push you towards something greater. You were never meant to live an ordinary life. There is something different about you, something that others may not be able to define, but they can feel it. You will notice that you cannot engage in certain conversations without feeling a shift in your spirit. The gossip, the meaningless chatter, the idle words, what once seemed harmless will now feel heavy. You will no longer be able to entertain negativity without feeling its weight on your soul. This is the refining of the anointing. Your words carry power, and what you speak, you manifest. The anointing requires discipline over your tongue. You will begin to notice that when you speak, things happen. Doors open, opportunities arise, situations shift. This is why you must be careful with your words. The power within you responds to what you declare. You do not beg for things, you decree them. You do not hope for change, you expect it. This is the authority that comes with being anointed. You will find that your presence alone can make people uneasy. Those who are not aligned with your purpose will react to you even if they do not understand why. Some will be drawn to you, sensing something in you that they cannot explain. Others will be repelled, feeling exposed in the light you carry. Do not take it personally. The anointing will reveal what is hidden. It will expose intentions, uncover motives, and bring the unseen to light. When you are around, masks will fall. Some will be uncomfortable because the presence you carry disrupts the falsehoods they have built their lives upon. They may reject you, but do not let this discourage you. Rejection is often redirection. When someone walks away, it is because they were never meant to be part of your journey. There will be seasons when you feel isolated, misunderstood, and set apart. This is the price of the anointing. You cannot walk in this power and remain surrounded by the same people who once knew you before you stepped into it. The more you grow, the more you will outgrow. The anointing will not allow you to remain small. It will not allow you to stay in places that no longer serve your destiny. You may try to hold on, but things will begin to shift around you. People you thought would always be there will disappear. Opportunities that once seemed secure will close. This is not a punishment, it is preparation. You cannot carry the weight of the anointing while holding on to things that no longer align with your purpose. Your prayers will change. No longer will you pray out of fear or desperation. You will pray with certainty, knowing that what you ask for is already yours. You will begin to see beyond what is in front of you and into what is possible. You will understand that faith is not about seeing, it is about knowing. You will walk with an assurance that confuses others, moving as if what you desire has already manifested. This is because in the realm of the Spirit it already has. The anointing does not wait for external confirmation. It moves in the unseen, bringing forth what has already been decreed. Your mind will be transformed. What once caused you to doubt will no longer shake you. What once made you fearful will no longer have power over you. You will begin to see obstacles as opportunities, struggles as preparation, and setbacks as setups for something greater. The anointing gives you divine vision. Where others see lack, you see abundance. Where others see defeat, you see victory. You will no longer be moved by circumstances because you will understand that everything is working in alignment with your purpose. Attacks will come. Do not be surprised when opposition rises against you. The anointing makes you a target. The enemy does not attack those who have no power. He comes after those who carry something valuable. If you have found yourself in constant battles, understand that this is confirmation of what you carry. The resistance is proof of your calling. The trials are evidence of the anointing upon your life. But know this, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The battle has already been won. The more the enemy tries to break you, the stronger you will become. The more you are pressed, the greater the anointing that flows from you. You will find that you are drawn to solitude, not because you desire to be alone, but because the noise of the world no longer feeds you. The anointing requires time in stillness, in reflection, in communion with the divine. You will crave moments of silence, seeking wisdom in the quiet spaces where clarity is found. The world will try to distract you, to pull you into chaos, to fill your mind with noise, but you will know the value of stillness. You will understand that power is not found in striving, but in surrender. The anointing is not given to those who seek the approval of man, but to those who seek the presence of God. The way you move will change. You will walk with confidence, not because of who you are, but because of what resides within you. You will no longer seek validation from external sources. You will not need people to affirm what you already know. The anointing is not about appearance. It is about presence. You will step into rooms and command attention without saying a word, not because you seek it, but because the anointing cannot be ignored. It carries authority, it carries power, and those who recognize it will respond. Everything you touch will prosper. This is not arrogance, it is divine alignment. When you are walking in your anointing, doors will open effortlessly. What others struggle to achieve, you will accomplish with ease. This is not because you are better, it is because you are operating in purpose. The anointing creates a flow, a divine orchestration where things align in perfect timing. You will not have to chase opportunities. They will come to you. You will not have to force things to happen. They will unfold as they are meant to. The anointing attracts favor, it brings provision, it makes a way where there was none. You will no longer live in fear. The anointing removes the limitations of the mind. It breaks the chains of doubt, insecurity, and hesitation. You will move with a boldness that others do not understand. They will question how you remain so certain, how you continue to stand when everything around you is shaking, but you will know the truth. You will know that the power within you is greater than anything outside of you. You will know that you are guided, protected, and divinely positioned. Your past will no longer define you. The anointing has the power to break cycles, to shift destinies, to rewrite stories. What was once meant to destroy you will be used to elevate you. The pain you endured, the struggles you faced, the battles you fought, they were all necessary. They refined you, they prepared you, they shaped you into who you were always meant to be. Nothing was wasted. Every experience, every hardship, every moment of brokenness was part of your transformation. Do not be afraid to walk in your anointing. Do not shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Do not dim your light to fit in. You were not created to be ordinary. You were not designed to blend in. The anointing upon your life is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to shine, to impact, to transform. Walk in it boldly. Own it fully. Step into everything that has been prepared for you. You are dangerously anointed, and nothing can stop what has already been set in motion. Keep moving forward, keep believing, keep walking in purpose. Everything that has been promised is already yours. You are not ordinary. You have been set apart, chosen, and divinely positioned for something greater. The anointing upon your life is not a burden, but a gift, a sacred responsibility that requires boldness, faith, and unwavering trust in the unseen. The challenges you face are not meant to break you, but to refine you, to prepare you for the destiny that has already been written. Do not fear the isolation, the opposition, or the weight of your calling. These are signs that you are walking in divine purpose. The anointing upon you will make a way, open doors, and bring forth everything that has been promised. You are a vessel of power, a carrier of light, a force that cannot be stopped. Stand firm in who you are, walk with confidence, move in faith. Let the world see the manifestation of the divine within you. You are dangerously anointed, and nothing can stand in the way of what has already been decreed over your life. Keep going. Your time is now.
Do you believe love can transcend time, distance, and even the most painful endings? What if I told you that the story you've been telling yourself about heartbreak is just a shadow of what is possible? If this resonates with you, stay with me. This may be the most important message you'll ever hear. And if you find value in these insights, consider subscribing for more truths that awaken the infinite within you. Today, love is not something that happens to us. It is something we are. To believe you have lost someone you love is to believe in separation, and separation is the grand illusion. Everything begins and ends in consciousness, and if you are willing to turn inward and claim the feeling of unity, your love story is far from over. It is simply waiting for you to rewrite it. Close your eyes and dare to imagine your loved one looking at you with the same warmth and devotion you once knew, or perhaps even greater. In this moment of imagination, you are not observing a dream, you are creating reality. Feel their presence, hear their laughter, and know with certainty that this scene is not an empty wish, but a seed planted in the soil of the unseen. The secret is not to beg or plead with the world outside, but to assume the end within. If you desire reconciliation, do not dwell on the hurt or misunderstandings of the past. Instead, live in the end as though the reunion has already happened. Walk, talk, and breathe with the confidence of someone who is already reunited with the one they love. For the world will only reflect what you are willing to claim in your heart. Doubt is the thief of your creation. Do not give it power by entertaining thoughts of rejection or failure. Every time you assume the feeling of being unloved or unwanted, you reinforce the very thing you wish to overcome. But if, instead, you assume the feeling of being adored, cherished, and reunited, the world must conform to that assumption. Do not wait for your loved one to change or for circumstances to shift before you feel the joy of their presence. Change yourself first. See them with eyes of unconditional love, free from judgment or blame. In your imagination, let them be exactly as you wish them to be, and persist in that vision. Persist, not with desperation, but with quiet confidence, knowing that what you imagine with feeling must come to pass. The external world may show no signs of progress at first, but do not let appearances deceive you. The unseen is always more real than the seen, for it is from the unseen that all things are born. Hold steadfast to your vision, and let the feeling of love flood your being. Let it be the truth you carry, no matter what the outer world says. Love is eternal. It cannot be lost, for it is the essence of who you are. When you align with this truth, you will see that the bond you share with another cannot be broken. And as you hold this understanding in your heart, you will witness the miraculous unfold. Your love story is not over. It is simply waiting for you to awaken to your power and write the next chapter. Do you understand the power that lies dormant within your imagination? Most people overlook this divine faculty, dismissing it as mere daydreams or idle musings. Yet, if you grasp its true nature, you will come to see that your imagination is the creative force shaping every experience of your life, including the relationships you hold most dear. If you find yourself longing to rekindle a love that seems lost, you must first understand that the key to reunion does not lie in actions or words spoken to another. It lies in your ability to imagine the outcome you desire with vivid clarity and unwavering faith. When you close your eyes and imagine, you are not merely escaping reality, you are engaging with the most powerful tool ever given to you. The mind, when focused with intent, becomes the architect of your life, constructing your experiences brick by brick, moment by moment. To imagine a love renewed is to plant the seed of reunion in the fertile soil of your consciousness. This seed, when nurtured, will grow into a living reality. But how do you nurture it? How do you water this seed of love so it blossoms into the reunion you long for? The answer is simpler than you might think. We begin by turning inward. Sit quietly in a place where you will not be disturbed and allow yourself to feel the stillness of the present moment. In this stillness, imagine the face of the one you love. See them as clearly as you can, not as they were in moments of discord or separation, but as they are in the fullness of your love for them. Imagine their eyes meeting yours, filled with warmth and tenderness. Hear their voice, soft and familiar, speaking words of affection and understanding. Let your mind paint a picture so vivid that it feels as though they are right there with you. The secret to this exercise lies not in the accuracy of your visualization, but in the feeling it evokes within you. Emotion is the language of creation. It is not enough to see a picture in your mind. You must feel as though this picture is real. Allow the feeling of love and connection to flood your heart. Let it swell within you until it overflows. In this moment, you are not hoping or wishing. You are knowing. You are experiencing the reunion as though it has already happened. This is a state of consciousness that creates reality. Do not concern yourself with the how or when. These are questions that belong to the realm of logic, and logic has no place in the workings of creation. Your imagination operates on a higher plane, a plane where all things are possible and time is but an illusion. When you dwell in the feeling of being united with your loved one, you set forces in motion that will bring about the fulfillment of your desire. These forces are unseen, but they are as real as the ground beneath your feet. Some might ask, what if I cannot imagine clearly? What if my mind is clouded by doubt or pain? To this I say, persist. The power of imagination does not come from perfection, but from repetition and faith. If your thoughts wander or your heart feels heavy, gently bring yourself back to the vision of love. Practice this daily, even for a few minutes, and you will find that it becomes easier with time. As you persist, your imagination will grow stronger, and the feeling of your wish fulfilled will become more natural. It is important to understand that this process is not about manipulating another person. You are not trying to force someone to act against their will or change who they are. Instead, you are aligning yourself with the version of reality where the love you desire already exists. In this state, you radiate a frequency of love and harmony, and the world must reflect this back to you. The one you love will feel this shift, whether they are near or far, and they will respond in ways that align with the new reality you have created within yourself. You must also guard your mind against doubt and negativity. These are weeds that threaten to choke the seed you have planted. If you find yourself dwelling on fears or memories of past hurts, remind yourself that these are merely shadows. They have no power except the power you give them. Return to your vision of love and hold it firmly in your mind. Speak words of faith to yourself. I am loved. I am cherished. I am already united with the one I love. Let these affirmations become your mantra, guiding your thoughts back to the path of creation. Understand this. Your imagination is not separate from reality. It is the origin of reality. Every experience you have ever had began as a thought, a feeling, or a belief within you. When you learn to harness this truth, you will see that there is no limit to what you can create. The love you seek is not somewhere out there, waiting for you to find it. It is within you, waiting for you to claim it. As you practice this daily, you may notice subtle changes in your outer world. Perhaps the one you love reaches out to you unexpectedly, or perhaps circumstances align to bring you closer together. Do not dismiss these as coincidences. They are the first signs of your creation taking form. Trust in the process and do not waver in your faith. The timing may not be yours to determine, but the outcome is certain if you remain steadfast. So I ask you now, are you willing to believe in the power of your imagination? Are you willing to claim the love that is already yours? If so, begin today. Close your eyes, enter the sacred space of your mind, and imagine the love you desire as though it is already yours. Feel it, know it, and trust that it will come to pass. For it is written, as within, so without. What does it mean to be loved and cherished? Is it the actions of another, the words they speak, or the way they look at you? Or is it something far deeper, something that begins within you and flows outward into the world? To truly understand love and to draw it into your life, you must first grasp this truth. The feeling of being loved is not dependent on anyone else. It is a state of being that you cultivate within yourself, a vibration you carry in your heart, and the essence you radiate into the world. When you learn to assume this feeling, you unlock the power to transform your relationships and your reality. Begin by asking yourself this: how does it feel to be loved? How does it feel to know beyond any doubt that you are cherished, valued, and adored? Most people have only fleeting moments of this feeling, often tied to external circumstances or the actions of others. But the key to creating lasting love lies in your ability to summon this feeling at will, independent of anything or anyone outside of you. To do this, you must turn inward and engage the power of your imagination. Close your eyes and imagine a scene that represents the fulfillment of your desire to be loved. Perhaps you see yourself in the arms of someone who cherishes you deeply, their gaze filled with affection and admiration. Or maybe you hear the words you long to hear, words that affirm your worth and your importance to them. Whatever scene you choose, let it be one that fills you with the warmth and security of love. Do not analyze it or question its possibility. Simply immerse yourself in the feeling it evokes. As you hold this scene in your mind, shift your focus from the details of the imagery to the emotion it generates within you. This is the heart of the practice. The details are merely tools to awaken the feeling of being loved. And it is this feeling that carries the creative power. Let the sensation of love and appreciation fill your being. Feel it in your heart, in your breath, and in every cell of your body. In this moment, you are not imagining something that is out there or someday. You are experiencing it as real, as true, as now. Many people make the mistake of looking outward for validation, waiting for someone else to make them feel loved. But the truth is, you cannot receive what you do not first claim for yourself. If you walk through life feeling unloved or unworthy, the world will mirror that belief back to you. People and circumstances will reflect the state of your inner world, affirming the very story you tell yourself. But the opposite is also true. When you assume the feeling of being loved, cherished, and adored, the world must align with that assumption. It is not a matter of chance or luck. It is a law as immutable as gravity. Now you may wonder, how can I feel loved when my outer world tells a different story? Perhaps you have been hurt, rejected, or abandoned, and the scars of those experiences make it difficult to believe in love. To this I say, the past has no power except the power you give it. The feeling of being loved does not come from revisiting old wounds or dwelling on what went wrong. It comes from a a decision to let go of the story of lack and embrace the truth of abundance. When you assume the feeling of being loved, you are not denying your past or ignoring your pain. You are choosing to rise above it. You are choosing to step into a new reality where love is your natural state, your birthright, and your constant companion. This shift begins within, and it is sustained by your willingness to persist in this new state of being, regardless of what the outer world shows you. Do not wait for someone else to give you permission to feel love. Do not wait for the perfect relationship, the perfect moment, or the perfect words to come. Those things will follow, but they are not the source. They are the reflection. The source is within you. When you cultivate the feeling of being loved, you become a magnet for love in all its forms. People, experiences, and opportunities will flow into your life in response to the vibration you carry. You must also understand that this practice is not about manipulating others or forcing outcomes. It is about aligning yourself with the frequency of love, which is the most powerful force in existence. When you live in this state, you uplift not only yourself, but everyone around you. The love you feel within becomes a blessing that radiates outward, touching the lives of others in ways you may never fully understand. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the old patterns of fear and insecurity try to pull you back. In these moments, return to your practice. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and reconnect with the feeling of being loved. Speak affirmations to yourself. I am loved. I am cherished. I am worthy of all the love in the universe. Let these words become a soothing balm for your soul, a reminder of the truth that lies within you. As you persist in this practice, you will notice a transformation, not only in your relationships, but in every area of your life. The feeling of being loved will infuse your thoughts, your actions, and your interactions with others. You will walk with a quiet confidence, knowing that you are worthy and deserving of love. And as this inner shift takes root, the outer world will rise to meet it. You will attract people who see your worth, relationships that honor your value, and experiences that reflect the love you have claimed for yourself. This is the power of assuming the feeling of being loved and cherished. It is not a fleeting emotion or a wishful thought. It is a state of being that transforms everything it touches. When you choose to dwell in this state, you align yourself with the very essence of life, and you become a living testament to the truth that love is not something you seek, it is something you are. If you desire to reunite with someone you love, there is a truth you must come to know. You must live at the end. You must dwell not in the longing for what could be or the sorrow of what was, but in the reality of what is already true in the unseen realm. To live in the end is to step into the feeling of the wish fulfilled and to make that feeling your dwelling place, your home. It is the secret to creating any desire, and it is the most powerful gift you have been given. Imagine for a moment that the reunion you seek has already taken place. Imagine the joy of seeing their face, the warmth of their presence, the words you've longed to hear now spoken with love and sincerity. Feel the embrace, the laughter, the sense of harmony that fills the air. Hold that scene in your mind, but more importantly, feel it in your heart. Let it become so vivid, so real, that it feels as though it is happening right now. This is not a game of pretend or an act of wishful thinking. This is the art of creation. To live in the end means to assume the state of being in which your desire is already fulfilled. It is not about hoping, wishing, or yearning. It is about knowing. It is about claiming your desire as an accomplished fact and allowing that feeling to guide your thoughts, actions, and emotions. When you live in the end, you do not concern yourself with the how or when. Those details are not your burden to carry. Your sole responsibility is to dwell in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, to make it the truth of your inner world. The outer world will conform to match it, for it has no choice but to reflect the state you assume within. Many people struggle with this concept because they are so deeply conditioned to react to the evidence of their senses. They see separation, they hear silence, they feel the absence of their loved one, and they take these appearances as truth. But what they fail to realize is that the senses are not creators. They are reflectors. They can only show you what you have already imagined and felt to be true. If you wish to change the reflection, you must first change the image within. If you would like to start, when you live in the end, you are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are no longer at the mercy of external events or other people's actions. You become the creator, the master of your own experience. You take your attention away from what appears to be and place it firmly on what you desire to be. This is not denial of reality. It is the recognition of a higher reality, the reality of the unseen, which is the true source of all that is seen. Living in the end requires discipline, it requires faith, it requires a willingness to turn away from the distractions of the outer world and to anchor yourself in the inner world of imagination and feeling. There will be moments when doubt arises, when the old stories of fear and lack try to pull you back. In those moments, you must stand firm. You must remind yourself that the outer world is but a shadow, a projection of your inner state. Do not give it power. Instead, return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled and rest in its truth. Now, this is the part that makes it possible for these unseen forces to exist within the demanding pattern. This practice is not about forcing your will upon others or manipulating outcomes. It is about aligning yourself with the reality you wish to experience. When you live in the end, you are not changing other people. You are changing yourself. You are shifting your state of being. And in doing so, you are allowing the world to reflect back to you the love and harmony you have already claimed within. Some may say, but what if the one I love does not feel the same? What if they have moved on or do not wish to reconcile? To this I say, do not concern yourself with the thoughts or actions of others. You cannot truly know their heart, and you do not need to. Your work is not to change them, but to change yourself. When you live in the end, you align with a state of love and unity, and that state has a magnetic power. It draws to you the people and circumstances that match your vibration. Trust that the love you feel within will be reflected back to you in the perfect way at the perfect time. Living in the end does not mean ignoring the present or pretending that challenges do not exist. It means choosing to see beyond them, to hold steadfast to the vision of what you desire, even in the face of appearances. It means acting, thinking, and feeling as though your desire is already a reality. If you were already reunited with your loved one, how would you feel? How would you act? What would your daily life look like? Begin to embody that version of yourself now. Walk with the confidence of someone who is loved, cherished, and valued. Speak with the assurance of someone who knows their worth. Let your actions and words flow from the certainty that your desire is already fulfilled. As you persist in this state, you will notice changes, not only in your outer world, but in yourself. You will feel a sense of peace, a quiet confidence that cannot be shaken by temporary appearances. You will find joy in the present moment, knowing that the future you desire is already unfolding. And as this inner transformation takes place, the outer world will begin to shift in ways that may surprise and delight you. Living in the end is not merely a technique, it is a way of being. It is a recognition of your creative power and your ability to shape your reality through the states you choose to occupy. When you embrace this truth and apply it with faith and persistence, you will discover that there is no limit to what you can create. The reunion you seek is not something you must chase or strive for. It is already yours. So all that remains is for you to claim it by living in the end. Do you realize that your beliefs shape the entire structure of your reality? The way you see yourself, the assumptions you hold, and the ideas you accept as true form the foundation of every experience you encounter. If you wish to reunite with a loved one, it is essential to examine your beliefs, for they are the unseen forces that either bring you closer to your desire or keep it at arm's length. They make all the difference. Beliefs are not static. They are dynamic and fluid. And the beauty of this truth is that you have the power to change them. The beliefs you hold about yourself are the most crucial of all. How do you see yourself in the context of love and relationships? Do you believe you are worthy of love? Do you feel deserving of a deep, meaningful connection? Or have you allowed past experiences and disappointments to convince you otherwise? Many people unknowingly carry beliefs of unworthiness or fear, and these beliefs create barriers to the love they seek. We tend not to see it because we deal with this fear by saying to ourselves, I can't love this person, or this person, or this person. We usually bury us to the love they seek. To reunite with your loved one, you must first align your self-concept with the version of yourself who is already loved, cherished, and whole. This is simply, take a moment to reflect on your inner dialogue. What are the thoughts you habitually entertain about yourself and your relationship? Are they thoughts of doubt, insecurity, or blame? Or are they thoughts of confidence, harmony, and love? Understand this. Your dominant beliefs dictate your feelings, and your feelings dictate your reality. If you believe you are unworthy of love, you will feel unloved, and the world will reflect that back to you. But if you believe you are deserving of love, if you hold the conviction that you are a magnet for affection and connection, the world must mirror that belief. Begin by identifying the beliefs that no longer serve you. Write them down if you must, but do not dwell on them. Acknowledge them, and then release them, knowing they have no power except the power you have given them. Replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones and affirm them daily. Speak to yourself as though you are already the person you desire to be. Say, I am worthy of love. I am deserving of a harmonious relationship. I am already united with the one I love. Repeat these affirmations not as a wish or a hope, but as a truth you are claiming for yourself. Belief is not merely intellectual agreement. It is a deep conviction that lives in your heart and mind. To cultivate this conviction, you must nurture it with feeling. When you affirm your new beliefs, feel the truth of them as though they are already real. Feel the joy of being loved, the peace of being secure, and the confidence of knowing your relationship is whole and complete. These feelings are the language of creation, and they communicate your intentions to the unseen forces that shape your reality. Until the light becomes darkness, it is also important to address the beliefs you hold about the one you love. Do you see them as distant, indifferent, or unapproachable? Or do you see them as someone who loves and values you deeply? Your assumptions about them play a significant role in the dynamics of your relationship. If you continue to see them through the lens of past conflicts or disappointments, you are perpetuating those experiences. Instead, choose to see them as they truly are in the state of love. Imagine them as kind, understanding, and deeply connected to you. Hold this vision firmly in your mind and allow it to replace any negative assumptions you may have carried. When you change your beliefs, you change the way you feel, and this shift in feeling creates a ripple effect that transforms your reality. You may find that opportunities for reconciliation arise seemingly out of nowhere. Perhaps they reach out to you unexpectedly, or perhaps circumstances align to bring you closer together. These are not coincidences. They are the natural consequences of your inner transformation. The world is a mirror, and it reflects back to you the state of consciousness you occupy. It's like a bamboo plant interrupted in the forest. It grows back. Understand that this process requires patience and persistence. Changing deeply ingrained beliefs is not always instantaneous, but it is always possible. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this journey. If old doubts resurface, do not fight them or give them power. Simply return to your new beliefs and reaffirm them with conviction. Over time, these new beliefs will take root, and they will become the foundation upon which your reality is built. One of the most powerful ways to reinforce your new beliefs is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is the acknowledgement of abundance, and it amplifies the energy of creation. Begin each day by giving thanks for the love you desire, as though it is already yours. Say, I am so grateful for the love and harmony in my relationship. I am thankful for the deep connection I share with my loved one. Feel the gratitude in your heart and let it overflow. This simple practice not only strengthens your beliefs, but also elevates your vibration, aligning you with the frequency of love. Remember, the beliefs you hold are entirely within your control. They are not imposed upon you by circumstances or other people. You have the power to choose what you believe, and in doing so, you have the power to shape your reality. Your loved one is not separate from you, for you are connected on a level that transcends time and space. When you change your beliefs, you change the energy of this connection, and the outer world will reflect this shift in ways that are beyond your imagination. So ask yourself, what do you choose to believe? Do you choose to believe in love, harmony, and reunion? Or do you choose to remain bound by the limitations of the past? The choice is yours, and the power is within you. Begin today to cultivate the beliefs that align with your desire, and watch as your reality transforms to match the truth you have claimed within. The world responds not to what you want, but to what you believe. Believe in love, and love will be yours. Time is often seen as a barrier to our desires. We look at the days, months, or even years that have passed, and we convince ourselves that too much time has gone by for change to occur. We tell ourselves stories of missed opportunities, irreversible mistakes, and doors that have closed forever. But what if time is not the rigid, unyielding force we think it is? What if the passage of time has no bearing on the fulfillment of your desire? It is enjoying the time when no one is taken away from you. It doesn't matter if sometimes has no bearing on the fulfillment of your desire. If you truly understand the nature of creation, you will see that time cannot separate you from what you seek. The key is to let go of the belief that time is a limitation and to live as though your desire is already fulfilled. Consider this: all experiences, past, present, and future, exist within you. They are not external to you, scattered across some vast timeline that you must traverse. Instead, they are states of consciousness, accessible to you at any moment through your imagination. Time, as we perceive it, is merely an illusion created by our senses. It is a construct that organizes experiences into sequences, but it does not dictate what is possible or when. So, in the unseen realm of creation, there is only the eternal now, and it is within this now that all things are made. When you think of reuniting with a loved one, do not allow yourself to be discouraged by how long it has been or how much has happened since you were last together. These are the arguments of the rational mind, which seeks to limit your potential by confining it to the linear progression of time. Instead, close your eyes and step into the feeling of being reunited. See them as they were in your ideal vision. Or better yet, see them as they are in your ideal vision. Feel the love, the joy, the connection, as though it is happening right now. In this moment, there is no past, no future, only the reality you are choosing to create. Understand that when you dwell in this feeling, you are not attempting to recreate the past. You are not turning back the clock or undoing what has already occurred. You are moving into a new state of being, one that transcends the constraints of time. The relationship you desire is not bound by the events of the past or the distance that time seems to impose. It exists in the present moment as a possibility that you bring to life through your focus and belief. Many people make the mistake of attaching their desires to timelines. They say it has been too long, or if it doesn't happen soon, it will never happen. These thoughts are born of impatience and doubt, and they only serve to reinforce the illusion of separation. To free yourself from this trap, you must let go of the need for immediate results and trust in the unfolding of your creation. Time has no power to delay or deny what you claim as true within. When you dwell in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you bring it into existence, regardless of how much time has passed. Think of time as a canvas, not a barrier. It is the medium through which your inner state is expressed, but it does not dictate the content of the picture you paint. You are the artist, and the masterpiece you create is shaped by the feelings and assumptions you hold. If you choose to focus on the limitations of time, you will paint a picture of delay and frustration. But if you focus on the reality of your desire, as though it is already true, time will become a vehicle for its realization. There will be moments when doubt arises, when the memories of the past or the apparent lack of progress in the present tempt you to give up. In those moments, remind yourself that creation does not operate on the clock. It operates on the principle of assumption, the law that what you feel to be true within must be expressed without. The passage of time is irrelevant. It is the state you occupy that determines your experience. Persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, regardless of how long it seems to take. Do not measure your progress by the calendar or the clock. Instead, measure it by the depth of your conviction and the consistency of your focus. Each time you return to the feeling of being reunited, you are strengthening the bridge between the unseen and the seen. You are affirming the truth of your desire and aligning yourself with its manifestation. Remember, time is a servant, not a master. It is a tool that works in harmony with your belief, shaping events and circumstances to bring your desire into physical form. When you trust in the power of your imagination and live as though your desire is already real, time will bend to accommodate your vision. What may seem impossible or unlikely to the rational mind becomes not only possible, but inevitable. Let go of the idea that time is against you. Release the fear that it is too late or that too much has changed. These are illusions that have no power over you unless you give it to them. Instead, step into the timeless reality of creation, where all things are possible and all desires are fulfilled. Feel the truth of your reunion now, in this moment, and know that it is already yours. Time will align with your conviction, and the world will reshape itself to reflect the state you have claimed within. The reunion you seek is not a matter of time. It is a matter of belief. When it comes to reuniting with a loved one, one of the most transformative practices you can embrace is forgiveness. It is not a mere moral obligation or an act performed for the sake of others. Forgiveness is a profound act of liberation for yourself. It clears the barriers within your consciousness that separate you from the love you desire. To forgive is to release the emotional charge tied to past events, misunderstandings, or perceived wrongs. It is to let go of the chains that keep you bound to a version of yourself and others that no longer serves your higher vision. Forgiveness begins within. You must first forgive yourself for any judgments you have held against yourself, any feelings of guilt or shame that linger in your heart. Often, when relationships face challenges or fall apart, we carry a weight of self-blame. We replay moments in our minds, analyzing our words and actions and imagining what we could have done differently. This cycle of regret does nothing but reinforce the separation between you and the love you seek. To move forward, you must set yourself free from the burden of your own self-judgment. Whoa, 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 whoa. Begin by acknowledging your inherent worth. You are not defined by your mistakes or the choices you made in the past. These are simply experiences, stepping stones on your journey of growth and understanding. Close your eyes and imagine a version of yourself who is forgiven completely. See this version of you standing tall, radiant, and free from the weight of past errors. Step into this vision and feel the relief, the lightness, and the joy that comes from self-forgiveness. Affirm to yourself, I release the past. I forgive myself completely. I am worthy of love. Once you have embraced self-forgiveness, turn your attention to forgiving the one you love. It does not matter what occurred between you, whether it was a misunderstanding, a hurtful action, or a perceived betrayal. These events, no matter how painful, do not have the power to define your future unless you allow them to. Forgiveness is not about condoning or excusing behavior. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional entanglement that keeps you anchored to the past. It is about reclaiming your peace and opening the door to a new beginning. Imagine the person you wish to reunite with, standing before you. See them as they truly are, not as the versions shaped by conflict or pain, but as the version of them that is loving, kind, and aligned with the relationship you desire. Speak to them in your mind and express your forgiveness. Say, I release you from any judgment. I forgive you for any hurt, whether real or imagined. I see you with love, and I let go of the past. Feel the truth of these words as you speak them. Feel the emotional burden lifting, replaced by a sense of peace and harmony. Forgiveness does not require the other person to be physically present or even aware of your act of forgiveness. It is an internal process, a shift in your state of being that transforms your relationship with them on an energetic level. When you forgive, you dissolve the barriers of resentment and anger that block the flow of love. You create a space within yourself where love can grow and flourish once more. Understand that forgiveness is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. There may be moments when old feelings resurface, triggered by memories or external circumstances. When this happens, do not resist or suppress these emotions. Acknowledge them, and then gently return to the state of forgiveness. Remind yourself that you have chosen to release the past and embrace a higher vision of love. Forgiveness also extends beyond individuals to encompass the circumstances surrounding your relationship. Perhaps you feel resentment toward external factors that contributed to the separation, a misunderstanding caused by others, a challenging life event, or even the passage of time itself. These are all elements that can hold emotional charge if you allow them to. To truly reunite with your loved one, you must forgive these circumstances as well. See them as part of the journey that has brought you to this moment of awakening and growth. Because this moment awakening becomes the first step. When you practice forgiveness, you align yourself with the energy of love. Love cannot coexist with resentment, anger, or blame. These emotions create resistance, blocking the flow of love and keeping you in a state of separation. Forgiveness clears the path, allowing love to flow freely and abundantly. It is an act of alignment, a declaration that you choose love over fear, connection over division. As you persist in this practice, you will notice changes, not only within yourself, but in your outer world. You may find that the person you love begins to respond differently to you, as though the invisible barriers between you have dissolved. Opportunities for communication and reconciliation may arise naturally and effortlessly. These are not coincidences. They are the inevitable result of the inner work you have done to align with love. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It is a demonstration of strength and mastery. It is the recognition that you have the power to create your reality and that you will not allow the past to dictate your future. When you forgive, you reclaim your creative power and step into the role of the deliberate creator of your experience. Through forgiveness, you release the old story and create space for a new one, a story of love, unity, and fulfillment. You no longer define yourself or your relationship by the events of the past. Instead, you define it by the vision of what you desire to experience. Forgiveness is the bridge that carries you from the pain of separation to the joy of reunion. It is the ultimate act of self-love and the most powerful gift you can offer to yourself and the one you love. The power of living in the end is one of the most profound concepts you can embrace when it comes to manifesting your desires, especially the desire to reunite with a loved one. Living in the end means imagining and feeling as though your desire has already been fulfilled, not as a distant future possibility, but as an existing reality. Most people are conditioned to approach their desires from a place of lack or longing, thinking that the fulfillment of their wishes is something to be attained in the future. But the key to bringing your reunion to life lies in living from the end, aligning yourself with the feeling and belief that it is already done. To live in the end is to adopt the mindset of someone who has already experienced what they desire. It is to step into the state of consciousness that is already united with your loved one, to embody the feelings, assumptions, and thoughts of that version of yourself who has everything you seek. This requires you to detach from the belief that there is a gap between where you are now and where you want to be. The moment you decide to live in the end, you transcend time and space and begin to create your experience from a place of certainty and knowing. Imagine for a moment that you are already with your loved one. See them as they are in your ideal reunion and feel the joy, the peace, the deep connection between you. Let yourself fully immerse in that experience. How does it feel to be together? What does your day-to-day life look like with them by your side? Allow yourself to feel the emotions of that reality as though they are happening now. You may notice a sense of peace wash over you, a feeling of completeness and fulfillment. That is the power of living in the end. By embodying the emotional state of your desire fulfilled, you send a clear signal to the universe that this is the reality you are choosing to experience. The process of living in the end is not a passive exercise. It is an active practice of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This requires a shift in your thinking and an intentional focus on your desired outcome. It is easy to get caught up in the physical circumstances or the appearance of things, but living in the end means disregarding what you see and focusing solely on the internal feeling of your reunion when your union. The outer world is simply a reflection of your inner state. So when you live as though you are already together, the world must adjust to reflect that truth. One of the most powerful tools you can use to live in the end is your imagination. Your imagination is not just a tool for fantasy. It is the creative force that shapes your reality. Use it to vividly imagine scenes of reunion, moments of connection, and the joy of being together once more. Create mental images of yourself and your loved one in the situations you desire to experience. Feel the emotions associated with these images. Love, joy, gratitude, peace, and let them fill you completely. The more real and vivid these mental scenes become, the more they will impress themselves upon your subconscious mind, and the more your external reality will shift to match them. Living in the end also requires you to release any attachment to how or when your reunion will occur. It is easy to fall into the trap of wondering, when will it happen? How will it unfold? But these questions are rooted in doubt and impatience, and they pull you out of the state of having your desire fulfilled. Instead, trust in the process of creation, When you live in the end, you no longer need to concern yourself with the how or the when, because you know that it is already done. Through the visualism, you know that the moment you claim your desire as fulfilled, it is simply a matter of time before it manifests in the physical world. The details, the timing, and the steps will reveal themselves naturally and effortlessly as you continue to maintain your focus on the end result. Today I have the pleasure of being guest host for an amazing success story competition. The essence of living in the end is faith. Faith is the unwavering belief that what you desire is already yours, even if it has not yet appeared in your physical reality. This faith is not blind. It is the result of your conscious alignment with the state of having. Faith is the recognition that the inner world always precedes the outer world. When you live in the end, you're not waiting for your circumstances to change. You are changing your consciousness, and your circumstances must follow suit. One of the most important aspects of living in the end is to maintain the feeling of your desire fulfilled, no matter what the external world presents to you. You may encounter doubts or challenges along the way, and the world may try to convince you that your reunion is impossible. But living in the end means choosing to ignore the appearances and instead holding steadfast to the inner reality you are creating. The outer world is fluid and malleable, shaped by your thoughts and feelings, and it will inevitably conform to the state you have assumed. The more you persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the quicker the physical world will catch up. It is also important to recognize that living in the end is not a form of denial or escapism. It is not about ignoring the present reality or pretending that nothing is wrong. Rather, it is about consciously choosing to focus on the desired outcome and aligning your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with that outcome. When you live in the end, you are choosing to identify with the version of yourself who is already in perfect harmony with your loved one. This shift in identity is what brings the outer world into alignment with your inner state. Remember, living in the end is a practice, and it may take time for you to fully embrace this way of being. But the more you practice it, the more natural it will become. Each time you return to the feeling of your desire fulfilled, you reinforce the new state of consciousness and draw closer to its manifestation. Living in the end is the key to experiencing the love you desire. When you embody the state of having, the world will reflect that reality back to you, and your reunion will become inevitable. So, as you move forward, ask yourself, how would you feel if your loved one were already with you? What thoughts would you think? What would your life look like? By consistently living in the end, you are not only creating a new reality for yourself, you are stepping into the version of you who already has everything you desire. And when you embody this state, the reunion you seek will be yours. To manifest a reunion with a loved one, one of the most essential principles to grasp is the idea of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you deeply and fully accept the belief that your desire is already realized, you enter a state of creation that cannot fail. This is the fundamental principle of reality creation. The outer world follows the inner world, and the feelings you cultivate within will inevitably bring forth their physical manifestation. The key here is that everything, including the reunion with a loved one, begins with the inner assumption that it is already so. Living in the feeling of your wish fulfilled is not a mere intellectual exercise. It requires you to immerse yourself completely in the emotional experience of already having what you desire. In the context of a reunion with a loved one, this means you must feel as though you are already together. You must awaken to the reality that the desired experience is not something you are waiting for, but something you are currently living. You must assume the feeling of being reunited, letting it fill your heart, mind, and body as though it is a present reality. and stay in the present moment, you may experience personal growth and prosperity as though there is no time or distance. When you enter this state, you are not pretending or fantasizing about a distant possibility. You are assuming a new state of being. This assumption is not bound by time or space. It exists beyond the material world and operates on the level of consciousness. In the moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the desire is already realized in the unseen realm. It is important to understand that the physical world will eventually conform to this inner assumption. What you feel is real will manifest in due time. Many people struggle with the idea of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled because they feel disconnected from their desire, especially when it seems far removed from their current reality. This disconnection often arises from the belief that the physical world is the only true reality, and that circumstances must change before any desire can be realized. But this belief is what keeps you stuck in a state of limitation. The truth is, the physical world is simply a reflection of your inner state, and by changing your inner assumptions, you change the external world. The most crucial aspect of assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled is faith. Faith is the ability to trust that your assumptions will materialize, even if the external world seems to contradict your belief. It is the unwavering conviction that the state of having is already yours. This faith is not based on evidence from the outer world, but on the inner knowing that your desire is a reality within you. When you feel the wish fulfilled, you no longer need to question or doubt the outcome, because you have already claimed it in your consciousness. To truly live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you must let go of any attachment to the how or when. It is common for people to fall into the trap of wondering how their reunion will occur or when it will take place. This is a form of resistance that undermines the process of creation. The more you focus on the how and the when, the more you reinforce the belief that you do not yet have what you want. Instead, your focus should remain solely on the feeling of having it now. Your job is not to figure out the logistics of the reunion. Your job is to assume the state of being reunited and to feel the reality of that experience as though it is happening right now. One of the most powerful ways to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled is through visualization. Use your imagination to create vivid mental images of yourself and your loved one together, sharing meaningful moments, conversations, and experiences. Do not just see these images in your mind. Feel them with all your senses. Imagine the warmth of their embrace, the sound of their voice, and the joy of simply being in each other's presence. Allow yourself to sink into the emotions of love, happiness, and peace that come from being reunited. The more vivid and emotionally charged these visualizations are, the more they will impress themselves upon your subconscious mind. It is also helpful to affirm the reality of your reunion. As you go about your day, speak to yourself as though the reunion has already occurred. Say things like, "I am so grateful that we are together again," or "I feel such deep love and connection in our relationship." These affirmations are not just words. They are expressions of the inner reality you are assuming. By affirming your desire, you reinforce the belief that it is already true. And this belief will gradually transform your experience. However, you must be cautious not to fall into the trap of doubting or questioning whether your assumption is working. Doubt arises when you focus on the gap between your present reality and your desire. When you find yourself slipping into doubt, return to the feeling of already having your desire. Close your eyes, immerse yourself in the emotions of reunion, and remind yourself that the wish is already fulfilled. Remember that the external world is a reflection of your inner state, and by changing your inner assumptions, the outer world must eventually conform to your belief. Another essential element in assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled is persistence. It is not enough to assume the feeling once and then wait for results. You must persist in the assumption, even when the external world seems to present evidence to the contrary. Persistence is the key to strengthening the belief that your desire is already real. The more you live in the state of fulfillment, the more your subconscious mind aligns with that state, and the more the external world will shift to reflect your new belief. In every moment, you are choosing the reality you wish to experience. When you live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you align yourself with the version of reality where your desire is already realized. This is not a matter of wishful thinking or hopeful dreaming. It is a matter of claiming your reality and stepping into the emotional experience of having it now. As you do this, the universe will respond to your new state of being, and the physical manifestation of your reunion will follow. So remember, the key to manifesting the reunion with your loved one is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Live as though you're already united, and let that assumption guide your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Trust that the outer world will follow your inner belief, and in time, the physical manifestation of your desire will appear. Remember this, by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are stepping into the reality of your reunion, and that reality will eventually become your experience. In summary, the journey to reuniting with a loved one begins with a profound understanding of the power within you to shape your reality. Every thought, assumption, and feeling you hold shapes the world around you. By understanding and applying these principles, such as living in the end, forgiveness, and assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you align yourself with a version of reality where your reunion is already a fact. It is essential to recognize that the world you experience is a reflection of your inner state. Therefore, when you shift your consciousness to one of certainty, love, and fulfillment, the universe must respond in kind, bringing forth the physical manifestation of your desires. Remember, your love story is not over. It is always in the process of unfolding, and you hold the key to bringing it to life by maintaining a deep, unwavering belief in the power of your imagination and inner assumption. Through consistent practice, faith, and emotional alignment with the end result, you can create the reunion you desire. Your feelings of love, peace, and joy are the energetic force that will magnetize your loved one back into your life. Trust in the process, let go of doubt, and allow yourself to step fully into the belief that what you seek is already yours. Reuniting with a loved one is not just a dream, it is your reality waiting to unfold. When you choose to live from a place of fulfillment and love, the universe will respond to you, bringing your desire into tangible existence. The power lies within you, and your love story is far from over. It is just beginning.